3 savings hacks that we do for Christmas saving each year. And it nets us right around $2,000 a year to start Christmas off, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm going to be walking through how Andrea and I save for Christmas each year, how we do it automatically, how we don't really feel it. And every Christmas, there's no stress because we get to start Christmas with right around between $1,600 to $2,000. I'm going to be walking through how Andrea and I save for Christmas each year, how we do it automatically, how we don't really feel it. And every Christmas, there's no stress because we get to start Christmas with right around between $1,600 to $2,000. So that's our Christmas budget. Everybody else's might fluctuate or might change. But so there's 3 different ways that we set up our Christmas savings. One of them, we use this thing called a sinking fund, which I'm going to be explaining. One of them is through a rewards card, which I'll explain which one we use and why we use it. And then one of them is a really cool roundup app that is probably my favorite because it's the one you actually don't feel at all. So, but before we start, I will say that back in the day, Andrea and I were normal. And so Andrea and I would get to about the middle of January, end of January when the credit card statements were coming in, and we'd be like, oh my gosh, holy crap. We just spent way too much damn money. And am I allowed to say that? Whatever. We spent way too much money. And what are we going to, we're freaking out about it. How are we going to pay this off? And now we have to pay this interest. And I thought, well, what if we didn't wait until after Christmas to pay off Christmas? What if we got ahead of it? So I know we're only a month away from Christmas, but I want you guys to start thinking about putting this in place now. And by this time next year, I promise you, you're going to thank me. So I'm going to walk you guys through, and I'm actually going to show you guys probably too much. If my wife is on here watching, she's probably going to be like, are you really showing them our bank accounts and our statements? And are you going to log into the account? Yes, I'm going to log in right now, and I'm actually going to show you how we do this. So the first thing I do is I use what's called I should say my wife and I, we use what's called a sinking fund. And with a sinking fund, what it is we set up a savings account. You can set it up anywhere. We set it up in an online bank, and then I automatically transfer a certain amount every single month. So let me share my screen with you, and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so you should be able to see it right now. So this is Capital One 360 is one of the online banks that we've used for a long time. They're all really good. You can use Capital One 360, Ally Bank. You can use a local branch or a local bank. It doesn't really matter. Just go to a bank that doesn't have any kind of maintenance fees or anything like that. That's why I like credit unions. I love credit unions. I love local credit unions. I'm a member of 1AZ Credit Union, but I also love online banks. So we set this up years ago. This has actually been about 9 years we've had this system going on. So what I do is, as you can see, on the 15th of every month, I automatically transfer $60 from my checking account to Capital One 360. It's a bank that I don't look at very often. It's somewhere else. It's out of sight, out of mind. So as you can see, $60 every single month is $720 a year. So we're getting ready to withdraw the money. And as you can see at the top right here, it says $722.66. Well, that's because we've put $720 into it, and we've got a total of $2.66 in interest. The name of the game is not to gain interest, it's to save automatically. So we look at that, okay, that starts us off with $722 for Christmas, okay? So that's step one. Then I thought, well, what else can we do? Now, I will say before I show you this next one here, this next screen I'm going to be showing you here in a second is, some of you might be a little shocked. So I am a fan of being smart with money. So if you misbehave with money, I wouldn't recommend this strategy. So I'll give you a little background here. So in 2011, Andrea and I went broke. We cut up all of our credit cards, and we didn't get another credit card until 2017 or 18. So for 7 years, we didn't have a credit card. And the reason why is because we had to make sure that we were responsible with our credit cards and that we would actually pay them off on time. And once we believed we could do this and not pay interest, and pay it off, we thought, well, is there an opportunity out there for us to earn some rewards? So for me, I thought, well, the rewards that matter to me most are cashback. I would love to have a cashback rewards card where I could use it and I could use the cash for Christmas. So we decided, okay, where do we spend most of our money? So we looked at our budget and we realized most of our money we spend at the grocery store and at the gas station. So I went online and I looked up which card out there has the best cashback rewards program for those who go to the grocery store and spend a lot of money and that go to the gas station. So I will show you this screen now. I can't believe I'm going to show you this, but here we go. Okay, so this screen here, This is our American Express card. So we use an American Express cashback rewards card. So as you can see, this year we've earned $340 from going to the supermarket because it's 6% cash back. We've earned 6% back on streaming subscriptions, which isn't a lot, $52. Gas stations is 3%, so that's right around $70. And then 1% other purchases, about $107. So I just cashed out. So it says the balance is $14. I just cashed out because we're starting our Christmas shopping, and it was $663, I believe. So $663 added on to the $722. So now we're what are we, about $1,400 right there. So $1,300 to $1,400. Now this was really nice. So I will say this card cost us $95 a year to have, right? That's the annual fee. But for me, I look at it going, okay, if I don't carry a balance and I pay it off in full every single month, we actually pay it off weekly. I pay it off every single week, and I can pay $95 to get $680 something. To me, that's a win. I'll do that all day long. But again, it's because we have a budget. We know exactly how much we're going to spend on it. We don't overspend on it. It's only used for certain things, and we pay it off every single week. So again, so this now we're at $1,400. Okay, so we're at $1,400. I said we were close to $2,000. So this is my favorite one. Okay, this is the one I think I recommend to everyone, not just credit card. If you're disciplined, you can do it. But if you know that you're going to get out of hand, it's not going to be worth it for you. So the next one is really cool. The next one is called Acorns. So Acorns it's an investment tool, but it's a roundup tool. So what it does, and this is really cool. So it links to any card you want it to link to. So it links to our credit card, it links to our checking account. And every time we make a purchase, it rounds up to the next dollar amount. So if I go to the gas station and I spend, $62.80, 20 cents get rounded up into Acorns. And it does this for everything. It does this for a check we write. It does this so when we're doing our budget now, my wife and I, we don't punch in, like if we punch in our budget, we spent $25.30. We just round up and say we spent $26. So it's always accounted for. And so here's what's really cool. So I was just getting ready to transfer the money, and that's what made me decide I'm going to do this video because I think this would be really helpful. So we have $794 in roundups this year. Now, again, this was a great year in investments too. So a lot of that was growth. The majority of it was us putting money in there, but a lot of it was growth because it's in aggressive funds. Now, this is not long-term investing for us. For some people it is, but for us, it's not. This is short-term investments. I figure I could stick it into a savings account here and I can get $2.66 in interest, or I could put it in something like Acorns. And so the cool thing is this is not retirement investing. This is just everyday investing. So I can withdraw the money without a penalty. So we've been doing this now for about 3 or 4 years. So this is going to be, let's just round this up to $800. So Christmas this year, we have more than we need, more than we would need for Christmas this year. We have $800 here. Plus we had about $683 here. And then we had our $722 here. Now, the only thing I've really felt throughout the entire year was this $60 a month gets moved on the 15th of the month, as you can tell, into our into Capital One 360. We obviously bank at 1AZ Credit Union, as you can see, and then on the 15th of the month, it transfers over. So that's the only one we feel. But again, after you do it automatically every month, you don't feel it anymore. Okay, so it's in our budget. We budget $60 a month. So that comes out. Then if we're going to go to the grocery store, I might as well get 6% cash back. And if we're going to go to the gas station, I might as well get 3% cash back, but only if I'm going to be disciplined, right? If you're not disciplined and you know that you're going to get out of hand, it's going to cost you more money. And then right here with Acorns, we have $794 to spend that we can use. So Christmas is getting ready to start. Our Christmas season, shopping season is starting. And for us, it feels really peaceful to be able to go and give some of that money away at Christmas time, but also to be able to spend some of that money because it's money that really, it's kind of been in the background getting saved for Christmas. So again, 3 strategies I recommend to anyone watching is this. Number 1, set up a sinking fund. You can do it anywhere. You can do it at a local branch. I would recommend not at the bank you bank at every single day because you're going to log in, you're going to see money savings over here. Maybe you need it one day and it's just easy to grab. So put the money at another bank somewhere else. It could be at a local bank, a local credit union, an online bank, anything is fine, right? You're not looking for a bank that's going to make you any money because really there's no bank accounts that are making any money right now. But what you're looking for is banks that don't have any crazy fees. So I will say this, I'm not going to mention any banks, but if you go downtown in your city and you see the names of your banks on the tall buildings, I would stay away from those. They usually charge the most fees in my experience, so stay away from those. Number two is if you can be disciplined, okay? If you are disciplined. If you have a problem with credit cards, don't listen to this part. But if you're disciplined and you can pay off your balances, you don't have to pay interest, what I would do is I would look at what areas of my life do I spend the most money. If you're living on a budget, you can simply look at your budget and say, I know where all of my money's going. And then look for rewards cards out there. Just do a Google search. What cards are best for grocery shopping? What cards are best for hotels or travel? If you're somebody who travels for work and you go to the hotels a lot, maybe there's a cashback card out there for you that would help you with that. So we use the American Express. It's called, I think it's just the rewards card. It's like dark blue. You'll see it up here in the corner. This card right here, it's like this dark blue color. But we only use it for groceries. We only use it for streaming services, gas stations. As you can see, we don't use it for anything else. And then 1% other purchases, that might have been if we had like a big purchase. I'm like, I don't know which card to put it on. We might as well get 1%, something like that. So again, $683 there. And then our Acorns, that's a roundup thing. And it works very, very nicely. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you. And good luck in your Christmas shopping this year. I wish you the best of luck, but I wish you even more luck a year from now when you have all of this in place and you no longer have to worry or stress out about money. All right, guys, take care.